While the other Cuckoo clock was in testing, I wanted to fix the bellows of this clock and also try to make the gong sound a little better. So that's what I did, and now this clock cuckoos again. The bellows are a bit out of tune, but it still sounds good. I found making this video an opportunity to start my Take 2 series, and in this series I want to remake some of my old videos that didn't go quite as planned, such as the video about my Gustav Becker clock or the video about all my free Cuckoo clocks. So yeah, I'm going to start with this one. This is a Romanian Cuckoo clock made by the Victoria Arad company, probably in the 1970s or 1980s. It's a rather low quality clock because it has quite a lot of plastic parts, and the movement is not just the best quality, and the gong is, I think, steel or something, and it's not sounding just as intended. I found one of these clocks brand new and the gong sounded almost the same, so yeah. It's not just the most high quality clock, but it's still nice, and it's also my first project clock. I've owned this clock for about 8 years, and I got it from one of my parents' friends. So yeah, I've owned it for quite a lot of time, and I can actually call this my childhood clock. So it ran for 2 years, almost 2 years after I got it, and then it fell off the nail while I was winding it, and it broke. The bellows broke and the decorations broke. So my parents took it away from me because I said I want to fix it and I wasn't really that good at it. And I eventually forgot about it until 6 years later. I was looking for something in my attic and I accidentally found this clock. It was in a box full with cobwebs, but it was there. So I took it down and started working on it. The first thing I did was reattaching this front panel back to the rest of the case using some nails and screws that I found lying around in that box. And then I re-glued those plastic decorations onto the case. Well, most of them, because this one still needs to be glued. It's just sitting in there. And luckily the movement was still running, so I gave it a drop of oil on each pivot. And it ran even better. And about 6 days ago, with some help from my stepfather, I fixed the bellows. And now I'm looking for a door, so this clock will be complete again very soon. This is the back of the clock. As you might see, it has a hole specially cut for adjusting the hammer to hit the gong right. And also on the side of the case there's the Victoria Arad logo, and there's also a small window for activating the striking. Here's the gong. And here's the movement inside the Romanian Cuckoo clock. It's actually quite unusual because not many Cuckoo clocks use a dead beat escapement like this one. I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, that's a dead beat. And that's actually because this is a variation of the only striking movement that this company produced. The original movement just wouldn't have those lifting arms for the bellows. So yeah, that's why it has a dead beat escapement. The bellows are plastic. I don't know why I'm not surprised. And this is the high note bellow. This bellow took us to fix the most, because here where the air comes out and produces the sound, it was broken, so me and my stepfather had to fill that gap with some material so that it would produce the sound again. And eventually we did it, and now it whistles again. You can see it's kind of falling apart right there. I need to re-glue that thing. And this bellow works fine. It worked fine from our first attempt. Yeah, I know that's not really a proper repair right there. For re-leathering those bellows, I didn't use leather. Well, there's a store in my town that sells eco bags from a really weird material, and that material is perfect to make new, like, air pumps for the bellows. So I did that. I used that material to re-leather those bellows. And I think I did quite a good job, as it works fine, and it cuckoos just as it should. Now you're gonna see some clips that I took while I was fixing this clock. Okay, so I have just finished fixing this cuckoo clock bellow from my Romanian cuckoo clock. This is the low note bellow. It's not a proper repair, but it's decent enough, as you might see. I stuck in there a piece of plastic bag, and now it does the whistling noise again. So yeah, this is now fixed. Okay, so this is the high note bellow from my Romanian cuckoo clock. And I want to thank my stepfather very much because he helped me putting this plastic bag in it. So yeah, now this one works. Okay, this video ended up being longer than I expected, so sorry for wasting your time. But still, that's all for today. See you next time.